Hey, seventh graders, it's me, Mr. Stark. We're here today. It's Tuesday, the first day of a short week. We have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday where students will be in the building following the hybrid schedule. So it'll be a little hectic this week, but we're going to just try to keep things simple and plug along. So today you have in front of you on my screen and on your screen scientific method, controls and variables, part 2. This is the first part of this is very straightforward. We have Mr. Krabs has created a secret ingredient in a breath mint, and he takes 100 people, and 50 of them take the breath mint with the secret ingredient, and another 50 take the breath mint that was just the old breath mint with no secret ingredient, and he compares the two of those together. And then they ask you where the control group is, where the independent variable, dependent variable, and what should Mr. Krabs' conclusion be, and why do you think 10 people in group B reported fresher breath? So again, the control group is something that stays the same or that you are comparing whatever is being tested to. The independent variable is the thing that you are changing, you're in control of. Yeah, I'm not going to give you the answer there, but what are they testing? The dependent variable is what is changing because of the thing that you are testing. And then what should Mr. Krabs' conclusion be? Does the secret ingredient work? Does it appear to work? And then question number 5, 10 people in group B reported having fresher breath. They were the people that had just the regular mints. So why do you think that happens? I think that we talked about on that in the controls and variables in part 1. Second part is SpongeBob Clean Pants. He notices his pants are dirty, and Sandy, his friend, says try Cleano detergent laundry soap that from Sale Mart. And so he does that. He washes one pair in the plain water and another in the Cleano detergent. And after washing them 3 times, he noticed that his pants did not appear any cleaner than the pants washed in plain water. So then it goes to ask you, what was the problem that they were trying to investigate? What's the independent variable? So what are they testing? What's the dependent variable? So what are they trying to change? What's going to change because of the independent variable? And what should the conclusion be? Does the detergent work or not? Now on the back, things kind of get a little tricky, and I wanted to, because they got some data to go through. So I'm going to spend a little time with that just to make sure that you know what you're doing. So here, Squidward loves playing his clarinet and believes that it attracts more jellyfish than any other instrument he has played. In order to test his hypothesis, Squidward played a song on his clarinet for a total of 5 minutes and counted the number of jellyfish he saw in front of him. He played the song a total of 3 times on his clarinet and repeated the experiment using the flute and a guitar. He also recorded the number of jellyfish he observed when he was not playing the instrument. The results are shown in the chart. So over in the chart you see trial 1, 2, and 3 with no music, trial 1, 2, and 3 with the clarinet, trial 1, 2, 3 with the flute, and trial 1, 2, 3 with the guitar. And you can kind of see that if I first looked at the clarinet, looks like it's way better than the flute. But then when you compare it to the guitar, maybe it seems a little bit better. But if you total both of these up, this column is 37 jellyfish, and this is also 37 jellyfish. So if you take the average of those, they both come up with the same average. So the clarinet and the guitar kind of seem to be, they're both better than the flute and way better than no music. But can we actually separate the clarinet from the guitar as far as that goes in the conclusion. In the questions, then they ask for the independent variable, the dependent variable, and what should Squidward's conclusion be? Does the clarinet attract more jellyfish? And if you look at the data, you can kind of figure that out. The last question here, are the results reliable? Okay, so was the test done correctly? Was there something that might have been done improperly? Okay, so in there, no time does it ever talk about the length of time that it took to play the songs, and did he have like a shutdown period in between when he was playing? So did he like play the clarinet or to play the flute and have some of them in there and then I'll start playing the next one and counting those without giving them the opportunity to leave and come back? So that's one thing here. So if he plays the clarinet and he has 15 of them there in the first time, did he then right after that play that same song again? Did he get good results because he played the song back to back and never let the jellyfish clear out and try to bring them in with his music again? So that's one thing that would kind of make that a non-reliable test. Okay. Then we have super bubbles. Patrick and SpongeBob love to blow bubbles. Patrick found some super bubbles at SailMart. The ad claims that super bubbles will produce bubbles that are twice as big as the bubbles made with regular bubble soap. Patrick and SpongeBob made up 2 samples of bubble solution, one sample with 5 ounces of super bubble and 5 ounces of water, while the other was made up with the same amount of water and 5 ounces of regular bubble soap. Patrick and SpongeBob used their favorite bubble wands to blow 10 different bubbles and did their best to measure the diameter of each one. The results are shown in the chart. Okay, super bubble right here, 10 trials, regular bubble soap right here. And so what I would do here is I would add all these up and then get an average. So total them up and divide by 10. Same thing here. And then look at the averages of the trials. Do the averages of the trials appear to be 2 times bigger bubbles or not? So what did the super bubble ad claim? What did it claim to do? What's the independent variable? What are we testing? The dependent variable, what is going to change because of what you're testing? Calculate the average diameter for each bubble solution. So add all these super bubbles up and divide by 10. Put that number right here. And then add all these regular soap numbers up and divide by 10. Put that number right there. What's the conclusion? So really, in the conclusion, you want to know, does the super bubble actually produce bubbles that are 2 times larger than regular bubble soap? So that would be your answer there. And then, are the results reliable? Is there something that you could look at and say there could have been maybe a different that? So up here it says Patrick and SpongeBob use their favorite bubble wands to blow 10 different bubbles. So maybe one wand was a little bit different than the other. Maybe Patrick had a different technique than SpongeBob. So those types of things are adding in extra variables, extra things that can cause change. And remember, in a scientific method experiment, we only want to change or test one variable at a time. So those would be something that you would talk about in are the results reliable? Why or why not? Okay. So your job today is Tuesday is to complete this and turn it in. We've got 4 scenarios to go through. The first 2 are pretty straightforward. These ones on the back have a little bit more variation to them, a little bit tougher, but that's why I did the video, to help you out with that. So hope you're having a great day. I'm glad to see you back in school. Take care, and bye for now.